If you thought Toyota was done playing it safe, think again, because the 2026 Toyota Emberhorn 6x6 just rolled in like it owns the whole off-grid universe. This thing looks like it was built for a billionaire survivalist, a desert racer, and a luxury RV designer, all in one room. It's massive, it's aggressive, and honestly, it feels like the kind of machine you'd drive if Earth suddenly became optional. From the wild exterior to the upscale interior and beastly performance, this is not your average not even close. Welcome back to our channel. And today, we're checking out the absolutely insane 2026 Toyota Emberhorn 6x6. A rugged luxury expedition motorhome that's ready to dominate highways, deserts, mountains, and pretty much anywhere else you feel like disappearing for a week. So if you're into monster campers, overlanding beasts, and rolling luxury suites, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Right off the bat, the exterior of the Emberhorn 6x6 is straight up intimidating. Toyota didn't just make this thing big, they made it look like it could survive a zombie apocalypse without even scratching the paint. The front fascia has this squid-off, military-inspired design, with a huge blacked-out grille, slim LED matrix headlights, and a beefy steel bumper that screams business. It's got that no-nonsense face that says, "Yeah, I can tow your house," and climb a mountain after. And then you notice the stance. This thing sits high, like seriously high, thanks to its lifted heavy-duty suspension and six-wheel drive setup. The massive all-terrain tires wrapped around matte black beadlock-style wheels give it that true off-road boss vibe, while the widened fenders and reinforced side panels make it look planted and unstoppable. It's not just for show either. The Emberhorn has legit ground clearance, skid protection, side steps, and roof-mounted gear storage for all your overland toys and survival gear. Moving down the side, the body lines are surprisingly clean for something this huge. Toyota, somehow, managed to blend industrial toughness with upscale design. You've got flush-mounted compartments, rugged cladding, integrated LED side lighting, and dark-tinted panoramic windows that make it look premium without losing that off-road edge. The rear section is especially cool, with a full-size spare mounted on the back, ladder access to the roof deck, and a utility-style rear bumper that looks ready for anything. This motorhome doesn't just pull up, it arrives. Now, let's step inside, and wow. The Emberhorn flips the script, real quick. The outside says War Machine, but the inside says Luxury Lodge on wheels. The cabin is way more refined than you'd expect from something this hardcore. Up front, the cockpit is modern Toyota all the way, but upgraded for expedition life. There's a massive digital instrument cluster, a wide floating infotainment screen, and a slick center console packed with drive mode selectors, off-road camera controls, and all the tech you need to manage a vehicle this serious. The front seats are plush, heated, ventilated, and wrapped in premium leather with contrast stitching that gives it that upscale SUV feel. Everything feels solid and expensive, but still built to handle rough terrain and dirty boots. It's a nice balance between comfort and utility, and honestly, Toyota nailed that part. As you move into the main living area, this is where the Emberhorn really flexes. The cabin opens up with a smart, spacious layout that feels more like a boutique studio apartment than a motorhome. You've got a clean modern lounge setup with a convertible dinette, soft ambient lighting, premium wood accents, and high-end upholstery that gives the whole space a warm, cozy vibe. It doesn't feel cheap or overly flashy, it just feels well thought out. The kitchen area is slick too. There's a full induction cooktop, a deep sink, a premium fridge, hidden storage compartments, and enough counter space to actually prep a legit meal without wanting to throw hands. Toyota also loaded this thing with soft close cabinets, clever modular shelving, and power outlets all over the place. So whether you're cooking, charging, or setting up camp, it's all super convenient. And then there's the sleeping area, which is surprisingly upscale for a rugged off-road machine. The rear bedroom setup gives you a proper queen-size bed with overhead storage, soft reading lights, and big side windows so you can wake up to mountain views instead of parking lot vibes. It's simple, comfy, and exactly what you'd want after a long day of driving through the middle of nowhere. What also stands out is how much tech is packed into this thing. The Emberhorn comes loaded with solar integration, battery management, systems, climate control, satellite connectivity options, smart lighting controls, and enough USB and charging ports to keep your whole setup powered without drama. It's basically a luxury cabin, command center, and off-road truck all mashed into one beastly package. Now let's talk performance, because this is where the Emberhorn really earns its name. Under the hood, Toyota is expected to drop in a Turbo DIE, SEL V8, or a high-output hybrid diesel setup, depending on the market. And either way, this thing is built to haul. We're talking around 400 horsepower and somewhere in the neighborhood of 700 pound-feet of torque, which is exactly the kind of grunt you want in a six-wheel drive expedition rig this heavy. Power gets sent through a heavy-duty automatic transmission and a full-time 6x6 drivetrain that gives the Emberhorn ridiculous traction in sand, mud, snow, rocks, whatever you throw at it. Add locking differentials, multiple terrain modes, crawl control, and an advanced adaptive suspension, and this thing becomes way more than just a flashy camper. It's a legit off-road animal. And despite all that size, it's surprisingly composed. On the road, it should feel planted, smooth, and stable, especially on long-haul trips. Off the pavement, it's built to go where normal RVs would instantly give up and cry for help. That's really the magic of the Emberhorn. It gives you luxury motorhome comfort without sacrificing true overland capability. Now obviously, none of this madness comes cheap. The 2026 Toyota Emberhorn 6x6 is expected to start at around $285,000 for a base expedition trim, while fully loaded versions could easily climb north of $350,000 depending on customization, off-grid packages, and premium interior options. Yeah, that's serious money, but to be fair, this isn't built for the average weekend camper. This is for buyers who want top-tier adventure, luxury, and capability, all in one rolling monster. At the end of the day, the 2026 Toyota Emberhorn 6x6 is one of the coolest and most outrageous motorhomes we've seen in a minute. It's tough, it's upscale, it's loaded with gear, and it looks like it could drive straight through the end of the world without breaking a sweat. If you've ever wanted a motorhome that feels part luxury lodge, part apocalypse rig, and part off-road screw truck, this thing is absolutely it. Thanks for watching Saints Reviews Hub. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below telling us if you'd actually take the Emberhorn off-grid or just flex it in the city. And, trust me, we've got way more wild 2026 motorhomes and next-level adventure rigs coming your way. So stay tuned.